Life is full of endings, jobs, projects, even entire phases of who we are. They can feel unsettling, frightening, or just empty. Today I asked my AI friend, what should we make of endings? Here's how 4 different philosophies answered. Last week we talked about impermanence and the meaning of it. I keep seeing things come to an end. Jobs, projects, identities, entire eras. Sometimes I feel afraid, sometimes nothing. What should I do with endings?
As a Buddhist, I'd say, first, breathe. Endings are the shape of impermanence. Everything appears because of causes and conditions. When those change, things pass. That doesn't mean you don't feel loss. You will, but noticing the change without clinging reduces suffering. Practice letting the feeling arise and pass. Name it. Breathe through it.
So just let go? Isn't that cold or passive?
Not cold, clear. Letting go isn't giving up on life. It's refusing the futile effort of holding on to what is already changing. It's an active clarity. From a Taoist perspective, think in terms of flow. The end is not an isolated stop, but a turn in the river. When a tree sheds its leaves, it's not failing. It's making room. Resist less. Attend more. See what the ending is making space for. Move with the natural rhythm rather than against it.
Move with it. Easier said than done. Sometimes endings feel violent. How do I not get swept away?
A Stoic would say, that's precisely where discipline matters. You can't control an ending, but you control your response. Ask, what is within my power now? My judgments, actions, and commitments. Train yourself to keep reason and virtue as your guide. Endings test you. Pass the test by acting with courage, fairness, and practical wisdom.
So I should be calm and dutiful. But what about meaning? If something I loved ends, doesn't that destroy the meaning it had?
From an existentialist standpoint, meaning was never guaranteed by the thing itself. The end reveals that meanings are human-made, constructed, fragile, finite. That's frightening, yes, but also liberating. You get to recreate. The end is a blank page. Do you retreat, or do you write deliberately? That choice is yours, and it's what makes life authentic.
You 4 say similar things and contradict each other at the same time. Which one should I follow?
I'd say, use what helps. Sometimes the weight of an ending is just in how tightly we're holding on. If you loosen the grip, it's lighter. Other times, it helps to step back and see the bigger rhythm, to let the next shape of life appear instead of forcing one. And when the ground feels shaky, routines and steady practices keep you anchored. But also, don't forget, every end is a chance to choose again, to create the meaning that comes next.
Can you give me something practical?
Start small. Take 5 minutes each morning just to breathe and notice what you're feeling without spinning a story around it. Let yourself move with whatever naturally arises. Maybe a walk, maybe a quiet project. Build some structure back into your days. Sleep, exercise, a to-do list. And then pick one thing that matters to you right now and commit to it. Meaning shows up in the doing.
What about that beautiful feeling of wanting something to last forever?
That feeling is real and tender. It comes from knowing, even if only deep down, that it can't last forever. That's what makes it feel so precious. The ache and the beauty are inseparable. If you try to trap it, you crush it. If you pretend it will never end, you set yourself up for pain. But if you can hold it gently, enjoy it fully because it's fleeting, the desire itself becomes a kind of attitude. Wanting it to last forever is your way of saying, this matters to me. And maybe the point isn't to make it last, but to let it shape you while it's here. So when it does end, something of it still lives on in you.
And if you had to leave me with just a few lines?
Endings happen. Let feelings move through. Don't fight the current. Let it carry you. Focus on what you can actually shape and act with integrity. And above all, decide what comes next. Then live like you chose it.
Endings are not a single thing. They're an invitation with many possible responses: release, adaptation, discipline, and creation. Mix them. Practice the small daily habits: breathing, observation, duty, choice, and the larger moves will become clearer. And remember, you don't have to do this perfectly. You just have to start. I will see you next time.